The voice known as Alexa would embed Amazon deeper into the lives of millions of people.
Alexa, what do you do?
I can play music, answer questions, get the news and weather.
They call it a personal assistant, and just that term implies this intimate connection that we then begin to develop with Amazon.
Alexa, sing the ABC song.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I believe that when we think about the future, and the future with artificial intelligence, given where we currently are today, Alexa in some ways represents the moment that it becomes seamlessly interwoven with our lives.
Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
1 tablespoon equals 3 teaspoons.
Okay.
And the problem is that we forget that it's there.
Alexa, lights on.
Okay.
But Alexa is also listening, and she's learning.
I'm answering questions and learning more.
And that helps Amazon in the race to dominate artificial intelligence.
Alexa.
Every time you ask Alexa something, you're making the Alexa algorithm better. It's one of the reasons why Amazon, having had a head start, is able to kind of preserve that head start because they've got the most data of anyone.
Alexa is one more way for Amazon to gather extremely valuable data, and this data collection is extremely important to this business model. It's extremely hard to do, and convincing people to just deploy something like this in their home is a brilliant trick.
Dave Limp is Amazon's head of devices.
How is it that you convinced tens of millions of people to put what is essentially a listening device in their homes?
Well, I would first disagree with the premise. It's not a listening device. The device in its core it has a detector on it. We call it internally a wake word engine. And that detector is listening, not really listening, it's detecting one thing and one thing only, which is the word you've said that you want to get the attention of that echo.
Once the device is awake and the blue light is on, it's recording. And last year, it was revealed that Amazon employs thousands of people around the world to listen and transcribe some of those recordings to help train the system.
Do you think that you did a good enough job of disclosing that to consumers, that there are humans involved in listening to these recordings?
We try to articulate what we're doing with our products as clearly as we can. But if I could go back in time and I could be more clear and the team could be more clear on how we were using human beings to annotate a small percentage of the data, I would, for sure. What I would say, though, is that once we realized that customers didn't clearly understand this, and within a couple days, we added an opt-out feature so that customers could turn off annotation if they so chose. And then within a month or two later, we allowed people to auto-delete data, which they also asked for within that time frame. We're not going to always be perfect, but when we make mistakes, I think the key is that we correct them very quickly on behalf of customers.
But even one of the founders of Amazon Web Services approaches his Alexa devices with caution.
When do you turn off your Alexa?
I turn off my Alexa when I know for a fact that the conversation that I'm going to have or whenever I just want to have a private moment. I don't want certain conversations to be heard by humans. Conversations that I know for a fact are not things that should be shared. Then I actually turn off those particular listening devices.
We have had an incredible year. The team has invented a lot on behalf of customers, and I cannot wait to show you what we have.
So far, Limp and his team have made Alexa compatible with more than 100,000 products.
Echo Frames allow you to get done more around you and be more present in the everyday.
Now, they're going to know more about you than anyone knows. They're trying to move as intimately as possible and as quietly as possible into everyday life.
Echo Loop is a smart ring packed with ways to stay on top of your day.
Amazon wants to have the entire environment essentially mic'd.
Alexa, start my running playlist.
They want your walk in the park. They want your run down the city street.
Nationwide's teamed up with Amazon to bring you the all-new Echo Auto.
They want what you do in your car. They want what you do in your home.
Amazon Smart Oven. Alexa, bake for 30 minutes at 350 degrees.
All these intimacies, all this insight is being integrated, analyzed and integrated.
Alexa, alarm off.
That is an extraordinary kind of power that has never before existed.